have different things that they might be dealing with right now. It might be something that you've dealt with in the past. And it might be just equipping you for something that you've got to deal with in the future. Because I really want to go down that rabbit hole of the emotional and psychological pain, because I think that one's the one that often is most intense for people and definitely lasts the longest. Because, if you hit your head on a cupboard, like that hurts for maybe 2 minutes and then it's gone, right? If you break your leg, maybe, it hurts for a couple of weeks and then it's an inconvenience for a couple of months. But with your mental health, with your emotional health, losing someone, if you allow it to, it can feel like it lasts a hell of a lot longer. And there was just a quote that I pulled up. This was from a consumer poll, and it was that when looking at a timeline of breakups, many sites refer to a study that actually was conducted by the consumer poll, a market research company conducted on behalf of Yelp. And the poll results suggest it takes an average of about 3.5 months to heal, while recovering after divorce takes closer to 1.5 years, if not longer. So this just goes to show how long, loss or heartbreak or whatever emotional pain you might be holding on to can last if we allow it to. And how much longer and how much deeper it can hurt us than just a cut or a scar. But pain is our learning system for survival, and this is why it does it, because, fire, hot, knee, hurting after being for a long run, probably done too much. It's a warning signal. It's a way of telling us, we've either done too much or we shouldn't touch that, we shouldn't do that. And that's what pain is there for us. When I was saying at the start of the podcast, pain is actually our friend. And I think the issue for a lot of people is that they believe they need to be completely pain-free all the time, both physically and emotionally. And that's never going to happen. I think there's this notion that I see a lot on TikTok. I see, you shouldn't be getting into other relationships unless, you've done the healing and you've done the work. Well, people aren't ever going to be fully healed, and people can only show up as the best versions of themselves. I definitely believe that people should do the work to become the best version that they can be in order to heal their emotional pain, to make sure that they're giving the best version of themselves to somebody else. But I don't think you can be completely pain-free. I think there's got to be a point in which you enter back into the dating pool, or you enter back into a relationship knowing that you've probably still got work to do. As long as you're self-aware of that and you're still doing the work, then I think that's a good enough reason. That's a good enough situation for you to be able to move back into that place, because I don't think we can ever get to the point where we're completely pain-free. It's just part of human nature.